Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today. As usual, man, you guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history, guys. And in this video, we're going to talk about how Caitlin Clark called LeBron James the greatest of all time. That's right. Caitlin Clark thinks LeBron James is the GOAT. And we're going to talk about it in this video, man, because I'm laughing when I saw this. ESPN had posted something on YouTube, I don't know, a couple hours ago or earlier, whatever it was, maybe yesterday. It was, I just saw it a little while ago. And, yeah, Caitlin Clark thinks LeBron James is the greatest of all time. And it's funny because they asked Caitlin Clark about LeBron James supporting her, because I guess LeBron James sent the tweet out yesterday, I guess, or the day before, whenever it was. He sent the tweet out, I think maybe a couple days ago when the season was getting ready to start. Once again, like I talked about Kevin Durant earlier, sending out a WNBA tweet, LeBron James sent out a tweet to Caitlin Clark talking about go out there and do your thing per usual. You have a great season, blah, 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 whatever. You know, he sent out a tweet because this is what LeBron James does. Always got to put himself in there in the spotlight because the man was bounced out of the first round in 5 games. So now he's got to come out here and attach himself to Caitlin Clark so he can keep himself relevant. This is what LeBron James always does. We're going to talk about in this video because I don't know what Caitlin Clark is talking about. But LeBron James ain't nowhere near the greatest of all time. We're going to talk about this video, guys. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel. Once again, guys, I am truly, truly humbled, man, by all the support, man. It really means a lot. Shout out to everybody in the membership, man. Thank you very much to everyone out there. Like I said, the real recognize real, man. Thank you, guys. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, excuse me for a second. Like I was saying, Caitlin Clark thinks LeBron James greatest of all time. To her, that's her opinion. That's great for Caitlin Clark. She can feel however she wants to feel. She can have an opinion, whatever opinion she wants to have. That's great for her. This video is not to knock her for having an opinion of LeBron James being the greatest of all time. What I want to talk about is how this woman is obviously blind to LeBron James and his antics and all the nonsense and how fake he is. LeBron James showing support for Caitlin Clark by sending out a tweet or meeting her or whatever he's done over the last, year or two, since Caitlin Clark has become like a, WNBA sensation since she left school. It's all fake as hell. LeBron James is fake, man. He don't really give a damn about Caitlin Clark. He don't care nothing about that girl. Not a damn thing he don't care about her. LeBron James cares about himself, his own fame, his own popularity. So once again, I told you, LeBron James gets eliminated in the first round in 5 games, even though they kept telling us the Lakers were going to win in 5, and he's become irrelevant. But LeBron James just can't go away. He cannot go away. Like I said in the other video, this man won't go away. It's bad enough that we got to listen to this guy on the podcast, right? That he's got this podcast that he keeps pumping out episodes and more narratives and lies this man is saying, trying to rewrite history. Not only is that bad enough, we got to deal with that nonsense. You always got to deal with LeBron James tweeting out nonsense, and LeBron James always trying to hitch himself to someone else. LeBron James has been doing this for years, guys, essentially since Twitter has been a thing. Because I've never been on Twitter or X, I've never been on this stuff. I would never go on there, and I'm not knocking anybody that's on there, but I ain't got time for all this stuff. I don't even know how people do it. How do you have YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, what's the other one I hear people talking about? Patreon. Like, how do you have all this stuff? I don't understand how people have like 4 different platforms. It's insane to me. I can barely keep up with YouTube. That's why I say sometimes forgive me if I don't get right back to you guys, your emails and people sending me messages on Facebook or Instagram. I'm rarely ever on those places like that. So I don't know how people do it. But anyway, ever since the dude's been on Twitter, he's constantly said nonsense. Remember, he'll tweet things, then delete them, right? He'll talk down to the fans, right? And then contradict himself, then try to take it back, right? He talks all over himself. He doesn't make any sense, right? Oh, I'm this, I'm that. He just promotes himself through this stuff. He promotes his family on social media and then turns around and asks why people are talking about his kids. Dude, you've been promoting your kids on social media since they were little, man. You've been promoting your family on social media since they were little. So don't try to turn around all these years later and act like, why are people all up in my personal life? Dude, you put yourself out there, right? You put yourself out there. You love to be out there. You love to post these videos. This is the same fool that was trying to talk about Taco Tuesday. This man tried to literally copyright Taco Tuesday. or trademark it, whatever the hell it was, man. Like, that's insane for this fool to actually think, to be that delusional and just lack that kind of a self-awareness that you thought that you were that dude, that you was going to get a trademark on Taco Tuesday. Like, you're the only one who ever said that. Like, you're the first person to say this. So, like I said, the ESPN posted something, I think it was last night or whatever it was, but I saw it today, about Caitlin Clark and how, they asked her about LeBron James and, how she feels like, when she met him and how she feels to have, the support of someone like LeBron James. Like I said, he sent a tweet out, to wish her well this season. And she talked about how he was like one of her idols. That's pretty sad. LeBron James is one of your idols, Caitlin Clark. I don't even know Caitlin Clark. I don't know her game. Never watched her play basketball. I've seen some highlights of her on ESPN. Great for Caitlin Clark, man. I told you, I'm not a WNBA fan. Will never watch WNBA. I'm not watching women's sports. The only women's sport that I wouldn't even say that I watched it, but the only women's sport that I would say that I have watched would be like World Cup soccer. Like women's soccer, I'll watch that. No doubt about it, man. I'll watch the World Cup chicks go out there and battle it out on the pitch. No doubt about it. I've watched women's tennis. I've watched women's tennis before. I have. I don't mind watching that stuff. But overall, I don't consider myself a women's sport kind of guy where I'm watching women's sports, because I know some people are into all that stuff. They go watch like softball. They'll go watch WNBA, right? They'll watch this stuff. I'm not watching that. And maybe like a lingerie football league. Remember the lingerie football league? Bring that back, man. You know what I'm saying? God forbid, in this day and age, man, there'll be a whole, but anyway, I'm going off the rails here, guys, like I do sometimes. But anyway, I don't even know nothing about Caitlin Clark. I have no personal feelings against her or about her. I don't care about it one way or the other. Like I said, I'm not a fan or not a fan or none of this stuff. But these comments right here make me raise my eyebrows, make me question her, and make me really not respect her, really. Because, like I said, you can have an opinion. That's great. You think LeBron James is the greatest of all time? That's great. But like I said, when she starts to talk about he was one of my idols, and then like I said, then LeBron James is sending a tweet to her, it don't make no sense. Like I said, she can't see through the sham that is LeBron James' career. And she's young. We get it. She's young, man. She's been drinking the Kool-Aid, right? She's listening to these people out here in the mainstream media. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of people she grew up around. If they were LeBron James people. Like I said, sometimes you got to break free of that stuff, man. Like you see now. People are talking about, I was brainwashed for years, man. I thought LeBron James. That's why a lot of people are changing their minds about LeBron James. Because they're growing up. You see what I'm saying? They're grown up and they understand that LeBron James is a piece of garbage. He's a dirtbag, right? He's just not a nice, good person, man. And like I said, he's not a true professional. He's not a competitor. He doesn't love the game of basketball like that. That's why he never worked on his game. That's why all these years later, he's still airball free throws, still stumbling and bumbling out there on the court, still needs to form super teams, still needs trades, still needs help. I don't respect this, and most of us do not respect LeBron James' career. We don't. I tell you, he's a paper champion. LeBron James' resume on paper looks amazing. Great resume on paper, right? But when you dig into the details, like I said, when you call to verify this record, his resume, that's when he gets exposed, man. But Caitlin Clark, he's one of her idols. Great for her, man. Like I said, I feel sorry for you if you had to actually idolize or look up to LeBron James. It's really sad. Like I said, where were your parents at? You know what I'm saying? Because to me, like I tell you guys, I would never let my kids idolize or look up to LeBron James or try to emulate him. I wouldn't allow them to do that. I wouldn't, because I know that he's not worth a damn. And I know that I don't want my kids growing up that way, to be spoiled sports, to be sore losers, like I said, to not be competitive, to always play the victim and blame other people. I don't want my kids growing up like that. Why do I want them to see someone like that? But Caitlin Clark, she idolized LeBron James growing up. And that's why I make fun of LeBron James. He talks about how much he idolized Michael Jordan, but yet you're the complete opposite of Michael Jordan. You're the antithesis of Michael Jordan. It's crazy to me. Kobe Bryant was cut from the same cloth. Not LeBron James. Not LeBron James. He ain't nowhere near like that. But Caitlin Clark, that's her idol. So it's funny to me, though, that Caitlin Clark's idol, LeBron James, or one of her idols, was LeBron James. Once again, LeBron James is the fans of LeBron James, his fan base, kids, I told you, children and women, man. These little girls and stuff like that. Even some of these dudes, they saw feminine fools. I keep telling you that. They got really emotional. Women are emotional beings. And like I've said, this ain't knock on women. There's nothing wrong with women being emotional. We need that in the world. It's a balance. The women have the emotions. The men are not supposed to be that way. We're supposed to not react emotionally. Right? If women are emotional, we can't be emotional. Then how you gonna have two emotional people in a relationship, man? Ain't nothing gonna happen. Nothing's gonna get done. So there's nothing wrong with women being emotional. And I'm not saying that all women are weak and they're emotional and they cry. That's not it, man. There's so many. My mother is strong as hell. My mother's tough as nails, man. She's tougher than me. There's a lot of tough women out there, man. This ain't nothing to do with them not being tough or none of that stuff, man. But women are different than men. We're different. That's the facts, man. And look at LeBron James' fan base. A bunch of little kids, teenagers, young 20-somethings that don't know nothing about the world. All these people out here that care about money and fame. That's all that matters to them. That's not a grown-up. Ain't no grown women room for LeBron James. They're girls. Caitlin Clark's a kid, bitch. She's a kid. What is she, 23? Come on, man. She don't know nothing about nothing. She ain't never been watching no basketball. She out there watching the women maybe play. But if you idolize LeBron James and you ain't watching basketball, man, then you don't know the history of the game. You ain't never know about Kobe Bryant. She ain't know nothing about Kobe Bryant, man. She don't know nothing about Kobe, huh? Ain't no one ever told her nothing. I said, where are your friends and family at to point you in the right direction and say, hey, don't idolize LeBron James? Like what? Like insane, man. I told you, man. To me, like if I had to name like two athletes growing up as like guys that like I looked up to as far as like that, I would be Michael Jordan and probably Emmitt Smith. Those would probably be the two guys that I would name and say, hey, if I had as a child growing up, like I said, through my high school years, who were the two athletes that really meant a lot to me particularly in the sports that I played? It would be Emmitt Smith and it would be a Michael Jordan. I told you, I did a video on Emmitt Smith, and you guys know how I feel about Michael Jordan. Those were my guys growing up, man. Football and basketball were my two main sports. I played baseball too, but as I got older, basketball and football just took over for me. And I was all about that stuff. And those two guys, to me, they were top notch. And it wasn't just about their skills or their game. It was the way they carried themselves. We all know about Michael Jordan, the way he carries himself. Emmitt Smith, the same way, man. Classy individual who earned the respect of his peers, his contemporaries. Emmitt Smith was tough. He had grit. He had heart. That was Emmitt Smith, man. Same thing for Michael Jordan. They were true competitors, man. And they were champions. And I respected them. So much respect to those guys. Caitlin Clark, how can you respect LeBron James? And once again, let's go back to LeBron James now and the fact that he tweets to Caitlin Clark. This is what LeBron James does. Another reason I do not respect LeBron James, he's a clout-chasing fool. Always looking to throw his name in the headlines. No matter what it is, LeBron James always has to attach himself to something. Whether it's some kind of like social justice issue, LeBron James wants to throw his 2 cents in. Once again, but when real issues come up, LeBron James know where to be found. Right? LeBron James likes to throw himself out there with the Colin Kaepernick stuff, right? He wanted to be all out there, with the Black Lives Matter stuff, right? Then you hear LeBron James, right? But when there are other issues that come up, LeBron James know where to be found. I told you, LeBron James picks and chooses when he wants to be an activist. That's not how it works. Either you're going to be an activist, you're going to stand up for the people, or you're not. There is no half step in this. There is no ass sometimes on certain scenarios. That's the burden of being an activist and being one of those people. You might get killed doing this stuff. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, JFK, people who stand up for stuff, something happens to these people. They put themselves in danger. That's the burden that's on them. Rosa Parks, right? She took a stance, right? She put herself in harm's way. Nelson Mandela. These guys weren't every once in a while a situational. This is their life. Nelson Mandela went to jail for years and years and years. That's a true person right there. That's someone that's standing up for something, sacrificing themselves for the greater good. LeBron James ain't sacrificing nothing for no one, man. Nobody. You really think he cares about Caitlin Clark if she has a good season? And I don't give a damn about no damn Caitlin Clark. He knows that Caitlin Clark is box office. He knows that Caitlin Clark is popular. She's hot right now. So LeBron James is going to attach himself to that. This is what LeBron James does. Right? He goes on the Pat McAfee show, right? Trying to hitch himself to the Pat McAfee show. Right? He won't do none of these small shows and help some of these other people come up. Really? No. This is what LeBron James does. A clout-chasing fool. Just like he's a front runner in the NBA, this is what LeBron James does. Over there trying to get in close and getting cool with Caitlin Clark because she's the hot WNBA girl right now. Oh, I hope you have a great season, Caitlin Clark. You don't give a damn about her. You don't give a damn about WNBA, man. Stop it. These guys are so fake, man. They're fake as hell. All of a sudden, all these guys now are WNBA supporters. These guys are not WNBA supporters, man. I get it. I'm not saying that they want the WNBA to fail, but stop. Just stop it right now. You guys are clowns. You guys are a joke. If anyone thinks that the WNBA players are somehow not being treated fairly, they're not getting paid the money that they deserve, that's nonsense. That's insane. Once again, if you're going to sit there and try to complain and say that you deserve money like the NBA guys, then you women are delusional. I don't respect that. You have lost your minds. The NBA has been around since 1947. 1947. When did WNBA come about? In the 90s, I believe? So come on, what are we doing here? The NBA's been around for over 75 years. The WNBA is nowhere near that. And when those guys first started out in the 1940s, they weren't getting paid a damn thing. And once again, it's a different time and place. But that's the point. The NBA built up over the years. So those first guys that played, they were sacrificial lambs, essentially. They had to go out there and do everything that these guys are doing today, but not get the money for it. Not have all the fancy planes and, all, like I said, all the stuff that they have, all the advantages they have today. They didn't have none of that. And they didn't have the money either, right? But them playing with integrity, with honor, with class, with grit, showing up, pushed the game forward. So the 40s pushed into the 50s. The 50s pushed into the 60s. The 60s pushed into the 70s, which pushed into the 80s, into the 90s, and so forth, until we got to the 2010s, and everything went downhill. It didn't get pushed forward anymore. The game has regressed. It went backwards now. It went downhill, not up. This is what we've been talking about under LeBron James' watch. But Caitlin Clark believes he's greatest of all time, in her opinion, which ain't worth a damn, because she's a WNBA player. She ain't never watched no basketball in the 80s and the 90s. She don't know nothing about Michael Jordan, man. She don't know nothing about Kobe Bryant, apparently. She don't know about none of these guys. Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell. None of these dudes. Dr. J, Jerry West, Tim Duncan, Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaquille O'Neal. She don't know none of these dudes. LeBron James is the greatest of all time. Like I said, she's young, she's dumb, she don't know what the hell she's talking about. I'm more disturbed at the fact that LeBron James continues to tweet out and try to hitch himself to everyone else when he's not relevant. You're not even relevant, LeBron James, and you're trying to keep yourself relevant. This is what LeBron James does. Michael Jordan does not have to keep himself relevant because Michael Jordan will always be relevant. Because as long as there's sports, Michael Jordan will always be relevant, guys. Because he is the standard across all sports. So as long as there's guys out there playing soccer, as long as there's people out there playing tennis, you got guys driving cars around in NASCAR, you got people on the golf course, you got people on the football field, people on the baseball diamond, people out there on the basketball court, you got people out on the hockey ice. As long as you have athletes playing sports, Michael Jordan will be relevant because he is the standard. He is the standard. It's Michael Jordan. It's him, not LeBron James. It's Michael Jordan, guys. That's why you can be the Michael Jordan of. No one's ever going to say, hey, Caitlin Clark's the LeBron James of the WNBA. No one's ever going to say that crap. No one's ever going to say that. So like I said, I feel bad for Caitlin Clark that she would say something like this publicly. Like I said, it's her opinion. She can feel however she wants to feel. But once again, I lose a little bit of respect for her when she says that LeBron James is the greatest of all time to her and that she idolized him growing up. Like I said, that's sad, man. I will never allow my kids to idolize LeBron James or to emulate anything that he does. There's nothing that he does that I was like, yeah, my son, I wouldn't mind if he was like LeBron James in that way. Nope. Nope, nope, and nope. Meanwhile, a lot of us out here, we try to be like Michael Jordan. Like I told you, not the Michael Jordan on the basketball court, the player, because we were never going to be able to be that dude, right? That's a Michael Jordan thing. But we wanted to carry ourselves like him. We wanted to be a competitor like him. We wanted to go out there and give the effort like Michael Jordan. Show up and play with that love. That's being like Mike. That's being like Mike. What's being like LeBron James? Flopping, load managing, blaming others, playing the victim, always needing help, not working on your game, not galvanizing your teammates and maximizing them. Huh, Caitlin Clark? Are you going to be LeBron James? Are you going to start asking for trades? Are you going to start playing the victim here? Is your fan base going to start saying that you need more help? Is that what we're going to start hearing from you? Or are you going to become a flopper? The WNBA, it's women's basketball. Are you going to be a flopper? Or are you going to load manage? I don't know how many games the women play, but are you going to load manage in these games? Because that would be idolizing LeBron James. That would be you watching what LeBron James has done throughout his entire career. Like I said, I don't know how old she is. Maybe she's 23 or something like that. LeBron James has been playing essentially since she probably been born. Like I said, you didn't know Kobe. You don't know Tim Duncan. You don't know none of these other people. You don't know Steph Curry? Steph Curry's not your idol? LeBron James is the greatest of all time, not Steph Curry? When I watch Caitlin Clark, the highlights I've seen of Caitlin Clark play, seems like she's more Steph Curry than LeBron James and me. But LeBron James is greatest of all time. But you emulate Steph Curry's game. You say that as a contradiction, guys? No one emulates LeBron James' game, but they say that LeBron James was their idol. Or LeBron James is greatest of all time, but why are you not emulating his game then? It don't make no sense. Like, it just doesn't. No one's saying that you have to try to be like Michael Jordan. That's why everyone thinks he's the greatest of all time, and they try to mimic their game like Michael Jordan. I told you, what do they give him Michael Jordan? The effort, the mindset, that's Michael Jordan. What's inside of him is Michael Jordan. Not him on the court, the fadeaway jumper, and all the other chant. Michael Jordan is what's inside of him. That's what you want to be like with Michael Jordan. What can you say for LeBron James? You can't say that. So Caitlin Clark mirrors her game after Steph Curry, but LeBron James is greatest of all time. So like I said, she's going to start using her off arm, and she's going to start traveling and carrying the ball all over the court. And then she's going to start flopping and load managing. And she's going to start yelling at her teammates and crying and moaning and getting coaches fired and asking for more trades, playing the victim. Is she going to have fans removed from the stands, Caitlin Clark? That's LeBron James. That's the guy that you idolized. That's what he was doing 10 years ago. That's what he was doing 5 years ago. So how old is Caitlin Clark? I don't know, 14, 15. She got to watch this stuff in high school probably. And you were okay with that dude doing this stuff. You're okay with the super team Miami Heat. You're okay with him leaving, going back to Cleveland. Then leaving again, going to L.A. You're okay with all this stuff. That's okay with her. You're okay with him calling himself the greatest of all time. Are you going to start doing that now too, Caitlin Clark? Insane, man, how these people could gravitate towards someone like LeBron James, man. It don't make no sense. Like I said, for LeBron James to continue to try to put himself and attach himself to everyone who's relevant. LeBron James has been doing this for years. Anything that's relevant, any story, topic, player, person, whoever it is, LeBron James is going to try to tweet about it, attach himself to them somehow. Just like he did with the Caitlin Clark stuff. You guys know this is crazy, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.